Hey, we're at Skegness train station today. This is Alex. Alex, can you tell us why you're actually here today and what it's all about?
Yeah, so this is part of our ongoing campaign to do with the situation in Skegness. There's the situation with the migrant hotels that's been persistent since at least the beginning of the year, and there's so far been absolutely no attempt to resolve the problem from either MPs or councils. What we really need to start doing is taking the opposition that people have to this issue and directing it at the actual cause of the problem. The cause of the problem being a totally corrupt and ineffective political system. We need to switch it from attacking the symptoms to attacking the root cause of the problem. And what we're doing now is we're taking it into that phase. Up and down the country, there's any number of these campaigns. There's been issues with asylum barges, asylum centres in places like RAF Scampton, asylum hotels in places like Skegness, and for all of the effort and energy that people are putting into, to attacking these problems, it isn't yielding the result that people want. And what we want to do today is talk about how we can make it yield the result that people want, how we can direct this effort into something that will produce long-term political change.
Yeah, I mean, when we ask questions in Skegness, obviously I'm Skegness, born and bred, we get told they're moving them out, but then we find out they've moved a load more in undercover. They won't ever do it in the daylight, they move them in undercover, and the hotels never seem to get any emptier. This is the thing we can't get to the bottom of. I don't know if you're seeing this all over the country where you go.
Well, this is happening all over the country, and there's places where it has happened under the cover of darkness, and it happens without any sort of prior engagement with people or any attempt to do any sort of outreach to people. And the cause of this is because the government knows that people don't want this. It's not a case of simple ignorance where they don't think people have an issue with it. They do know people have an issue with it. They simply don't care that people have an issue with it. In places like Llanelli, people have approached MPs, approached councils, and effectively been told that they're all bigots and the council and MP don't care.
Yeah, I mean, we have tried this with our local MP, Mr. Matt Warman. Basically, he tells us we're moving them out, and then nothing ever happens.
Matt Warman, of course, I've seen has actually turned up, or at the very least offered his support to occupants of the hotels protesting about their conditions, but won't offer his support to people who actually live in these places protesting against the hotels. And that says a lot about what the objectives and mentality of these people are. For the left and the right, whether it's Labour or Conservatives, it's a case of self-interest. For Labour and the Conservatives, for Labour, it's an ideological thing. They want this to go ahead. They know they've lost the support of their traditional voter, and they see mass immigration as a way of replacing the voters rather than actually changing their policies. For the Conservatives, they make a lot of money through things like the asylum hotel system, Serco, all of these shell companies that are making all this money from contracts. That is where your wealthy Tory donors are in support of these policies. It's not a case of the system is ignorant to people's issues. It's a case of the system simply doesn't care about people's issues.
And I think also this time when voting comes up in Parliament, I think we're going to see a big change. Hopefully we're going to see a big change. People don't know who to vote for to try and solve this problem. I don't know if you can give an answer on that one, or your views on it.
I can. The single biggest voting bloc at the moment in this country is people who do not vote. The protest vote is people who simply don't engage politically, and the reason they don't is because they dislike every single option that is on the table. What this country actually needs is a genuine alternative party, not a Tory party Mark II, not a Labour party Mark II, but a genuine political alternative. And what I think this will take the form of is a genuine nationalist party. The reason being that every single current party is inherently globalist and internationalist in its stance. It does not prioritise its own nation and its own people. It prioritises international interests like money. And so the only feasible alternative is going to be one that fundamentally prioritises the nation and its people. At the moment, there isn't a viable alternative party like this. There are some that exist. They have various issues, or they're campaigning in a different sphere of influence. What we're hoping to do through all of these efforts and all of this work is we want to ultimately, as an end result, bring such a political movement into creation. We don't want to be a protest movement for the rest of time. That is no good to anyone. It didn't help for the Iraq War, it didn't help with anything to do with COVID, it didn't help with the EDL. That is not enough to be a viable solution. There has to be a genuine political solution.
Right, so if anyone would like to ask you a question, or they want to come to any of these meetings with you, give us the web address, give us the details where they can contact you.
So the best place to engage with me is if you're on mainstream social media. There is a Facebook page, Britain Says No, Enough is Enough. That's the biggest page that I'm on, so that's a good place to get some engagement. If you're not on mainstream social media, I have a Telegram channel which is in my name, Alec Yerbury. If you want to simply speak to me and you're not on any of those, I have an email address, ayerbury, my name, @proton.me. You can email me there and I'll happily speak to you there. Failing that, a lot of the events that we do get spread about on various pages, so just keep an eye out. We're really going to now start getting into local engagement, things like leafleting, canvassing. We've been doing this at Scampton, we've been doing this in Seacroft. That is also a way that people will then have an opportunity to get in touch.
So there you have it, that's Alex, and we're here in Skegness, and the time is nearly 12:30.
We'll give it 10 to 15 minutes for anyone who's a bit late or anyone who's coming, and then we'll crack on.
So there you have it. Thanks a lot, Alex, on behalf of Skegness Standard. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Are you going to do?
Hey, she's only about 14. What are you looking for?
Female raped in Skegness by a legal immigrant. Where are you all? You're not bothered? We are.
We're not bothered.
We are.
We're not bothered.
In our villages and towns, so we're going to keep going and keep fighting against these politicians that are bent, that are doing nothing about it. It's about time we did something about it. We've got solutions now, and we're going to put them out today. We're going to be setting off from here. We're going to organise everyone, set off, march down to Tower Gardens. If we can get in before we have to go right round it, we'll get in before, because I know some people are going to struggle. It is a bit of a walk. So yeah, just thanks for coming, and we'll do speeches down there. Yeah, you're all absolute diamonds, thank you.
Stop the rapes in Skegness, the legal immigrants. Stop the rapes in Skegness, the legal immigrants.
way to go.
Me, from India. From India.
Yeah. Show me your passport,
Oh, it's in my home, mate.
Don't worry
Sorry.
about it.
Hey, don't apologise, lad, with all business there.
Right, you good.
Can we go now, yeah? Right, let's go, people.
Nice and
Stop the rape! The rape by illegal immigrants!
What? This way. Go straight down road, mate.
Come across here.
Stop the rapes!
Stop the boats, stop the illegal invasion. Kick them out of the hotels. Put the British people first.
Think about the skegness woman that was raped by illegal immigrants!
Come on, join on.
Her life is ruined by an illegal immigrant that raped her!
Stop the rape. Stop the illegal invasion. Stop the boats now. Put the British people first.
Send them back!
Send them all back.
Think
Cost
about
of living
the
crisis, and we're paying $8 million a day to house illegal immigrants in hotels. It has to stop.
Think about the skegness female raped by an illegal immigrant!
They're being let run free to rape and pillage every time the boat up. It has to stop. They're kicking out the Parliament.
Keep up the good work, Malik.
Open baby.
What you see, look? What you see? sponsored invasion. Rishi Sunak said he's going to stop the force.
800 million to France to stop it. It shouldn't be happening in the first place.
Stop the force. Protect your country. Protect your culture. These immigrants can't offer.
To France to stop it. And 95% else for sure.
These immigrants can't offer.
Well, as you can see, police presence is probably more than what the march was. So, some people for, some people against.